Here is the twin 6.6 vac booster box that I built. I'll just give you a brief around the world view of it. Let's turn it on. So, around the back, we've got these intake ports here. This is so that the inside can breathe, because obviously generated heat, from the vacuums. So this allows air to come in from the back. And at the front, there's two fans here. And what this does, these fans pull the air out from the box. So they expel the air. And this is also an intake for clean, fresh air. This is the vacuum exhaust, basically. So that's what that is. And this is an intake for the one of the vac motors air intake. That's that side. And then on this side, this is the air intake for the other vac motor. These here are the two independent switches for each vac motor. So once they're turned, a little bit dusty because it's just been sitting. So once they turn on, then obviously the vacuums come on, and it's a long lead. Leading all the way out. You have to excuse the mess. My office is a mess. All the way round to the wall, to the plug wall. So it's a long lead. And then inside, we'll reveal what's going on inside. Here we go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we have the two vacuums, they're 6.6 vacuums. They've been mounted in series. So basically, from the intake here, comes into the first vacuum, and then from that one it goes into the second vacuum, and then this is for the exhaust, and then in here this is like a muffler system. So in there's sound deadening foam, etc., and it comes through this box out to this other piece of exhaust here, which obviously leads finally out of the machine there. So once it's all on, the waste air is just being expelled there. It's all properly wired and fused. So it took a long time to build it, getting it just right, getting all the mounts in the perfect position, everything a perfect fit. It took quite some skill. This aluminium checker plate mounting flange for this motor was obviously custom cut, made smooth. Had these areas for the bolts to go through so that they could mount through the vacuum and into the actual casing of the Stanley Fat Mech box. And again here another flange for this first vacuum with its mounting plate. I had to have it professionally welded so that this intake was and the plate was one complete thing, one complete sealed thing. So obviously I had that. And like I said before, these two fans here. Try to get it so one each side. And they're the fans that bring the air out from the inside of this box so that it can breathe essentially. So what I'll do is I'll turn it on. And how I made it was so that these fans will come on as soon as you plug the machine in, which is perfectly fine. That's what we want. That's what I wanted. Just going to try and get them to be balanced here whilst I can turn it on. Should do it. So when I turn it on from the mains, obviously the vacuums won't come on, but the cooling fans will turn on. So as you can see now, the cooling fans are on. Actually, yeah, I remember I stuck a hologram sticker on these fans just for fun. Holographic. I think, what's that, geckos or something. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll turn it on. Actually, I'll bring it out a little bit so that the exhaust can go somewhere. And there you have it. It is a beast of a booster box. If I don't, you know, if I say so myself, it's got to be one of the best booster boxes that, you know, you could get hold of, because it's compact, everything's exactly where it needs to be, it does exactly what it says on the tin, and you just literally connect it via your hose, which I'll get this hose if I don't knock everything down. You just literally link up your hose and then the other end of the hose goes into your machine, but you have to modify your machine a little bit just so you can actually give it a port for this to go on. But once you have that, then you can essentially, if you have an enforcer, then your vac configuration could be the same vac configuration as this. Yeah, so two 6.6 vacuums mounted in series. Yeah. So what this booster box gives you is, if you link this booster box up to that enforcer, you would end up having quad 6.6 vacuums mounted in parallel and also in series, because obviously this runs next to your enforcer machine, you know, that's being parallel, and the fact that these vacs are in series is, you know, obviously the in series bit. So you have the best of both worlds for your vacuum configuration, in parallel and also in series. So when these two are connected, it makes it very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. You know, some would compare it to a truck mount of amount of power. That's why I built it in the first place, because I wanted that maximum ridiculous overkill amount of power.